Debbie and Nolan had a conversation.
Yeah, dude.
There was a whole segment that was not in the comics. I mean, in the comics, Debbie and Nolan did have a conversation, and it was nowhere near as in depth as this was in the show. I do want to just point out that, like, there are tons of differences between the comics and some things the comics do better than the show. Some things the show does better than the comics. But I will plant my flag in the ground that this was absolutely the best thing that they could have done, and it's way better than what was in the comics. Like Debbie's conversation, both Nolan and Debbie's conversation about their relationship, about what had happened, repercussions, everything there, I think was 100% better than what they did in the comics. And it's not really, it's not, and I'm going to do that whole comparison thing, but it's just to give people who do read the comics and people who do not read the comics, I think it's crucial information to let you guys know that they didn't do this at all in the comics.
I mean, like, we also touched on it before that Debbie's character in the comics versus the way they portray her in the TV show is, like, vastly different. Yeah.
So we're going to get into that conversation right now, but before we do get into that, if you're watching this and you like this type of content, think about subscribing. We talk about Invincible all the time. So this is our conversation about Debbie and Nolan. Okay, so your first thoughts watching Debbie and their conversation.
I was like, this is it. It's like, finally. Yeah. Like, what's going to happen? Because while we are currently at a point in Invincible that I don't know what's going to happen next, because I stopped reading probably a couple of chapters before this happens, like what we're watching now, I was like, holy shit. Like, I know it's different based on, like, our conversations, but I'm like, holy shit, it's happening. What's going to happen? Like, are they going to follow kind of what happens in the comics? They did not. The whole time I was like, yeah, get him, Debbie. Get your lick back.
Like, well, even before we get to, like, Debbie specifically, I do want to start with Nolan. Sorry. Like, I think, like, so, like, Nolan enters, and first he's like, do you even want me here?
Well, maybe to even go, like, before he almost walked away. Like, it looked like he was like he was standing out there for so long. It was like, okay, should I, shouldn't I? And then he enters and is like, do you even want me here?
Yeah, literally everybody. Mark was like, this is not a good idea. Alan was like, this is not a good idea. He should not do this. Alan, who leaves his wife, girlfriend for months on end, was like, hey, buddy, don't do this. Don't trust me. Trust me. As someone who leaves frequently
for a minute.
He's like, but I didn't kill half your planet or half a city of your planet.
And I didn't call my girlfriend and my pet.
Yeah, so. And also drop off an adopted kid. Or, sorry, a kid that I made. And then they're dead. But, okay. So, like, there was a lot of, like, roadblocks that Nolan was like, I'm all right. I've been on this apology tour. It's been going so well for me so far. So, like, it's all good. It's good. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. I was wrong. And it's worked out for him so far, right? So, so he starts off, in my opinion, I think he started up pretty good.
No, I can agree with that. Like,
I think he gave a good, like, if for apologies, considering what had happened, I would give it like an A. He gave an A effort. A effort. Your thoughts?
No, I think I can get behind that. Like, he did come off addressing some of the things that he thought were the key issues between what had happened. And you can tell that he is being very sincere. Right. But the thing that I think he wasn't taking into account was time. Which, like sitting with the stuff that he did, sitting with the fact that he just up and left, sitting with the fact that he's all the shit that he did to Mark, you know, like, and I think this was something that I was thinking about, that it's really the time that's the killer here. And I think that that's very interesting because what's another 17 years? You know, like he doesn't really understand that concept that humans, our time is so much greater and time matters the most, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the one thing I think that, one of the things that I think that he was not taking into consideration is that how long that she had to sit with this and how long they've been together and how long those feelings have boiled over to this moment.
I'll even go further than that. I don't think he thought about like in its
really her feelings.
yeah.
No, I agree with that
I mean,
too.
like, I don't think he thought a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Like, I think he did think that he missed her. I think he does sincerely think, hey, I did this wrong. I shouldn't have done this. I think he does think those things. I just think that because he's now 1,000 years old, that he's killed so many people, that he's done so many worse,
what's another 17
quote
years?
unquote, worse things, that like him coming back and being like, hey,
I love
you, dog. Like, come on. I don't think that he truly understood that. I like, and now we can kind of transition like Debbie's response.
I just really loved her.
Yeah,
getting her lick back.
Out of all the stuff that we watch, we watch a lot of like anime. We watch shows. We have eyes. But like
sometimes,
just. This was probably one of the best like performances that I think you could have gotten out of a voice. I mean, she's an amazing actress in herself, so it's not like this is a surprising thing.
Grey's Anatomy didn't deserve her.
Did she did great in there?
No, she did.
I think that she was like, for as emotive as you can get. Like, I think of a couple, like cries. I mean, like Shinji's cry, and
that's another
Evangelion,
gut-wrenching scream.
That's a crazy one. I mean, this is just anime wise. Like, even in like cartoons, I can't think of a deeper moment for like a cartoon, like just in general. Like maybe. Like, I think it may be like Young Justice. There was the part with.
I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
With Martian Manhunters,
yeah.
The whatever daughter
or what's his
her name
face?
is.
What's his face?
Yeah, but
Superboy. Something happened with Superboy.
Oh yeah, in the last season, when she dies, when he supposedly dies, and then she screams about that. I think that was pretty good. But I do think that this was probably one of the best voice acted parts of the show. I think it was one of the best written part. It was just so well thought out, and I think that the writers deserve an absolute get clap. They get a clap applause for how they wrote that. They got every beat out. I mean, they hit him killing people. They hit him not giving a shit about people. They hit the pet thing. I mean, every single aspect that I think we talked about in our last video about whether or not they should get back together, I think they hit here. And I think that I think it's very important that, a character like Debbie, who is now a fan favorite versus being like a fan most hated in the comic a little bit, it's important to have these characters do these things. And I mean, I don't think you could ask for much more.
No, 100%. I really, really loved the direction that they took with this. And I hoped that this was something that they would do. Like, they would show her emotion as raw as they can and let him know exactly, how the fuck she's been feeling. Because, like we said, his apology, while sincere on his account, wasn't really sincere on her account.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that they acknowledged, her as a person has those feelings. And I think that they did it in a really good way, that if they did decide later on in the show that they are going to get back together, it opens it up for that. Because now all of their emotions are on the table.
So after watching what happened in season 4, episode 5 of Invincible, the Debbie and Nolan conversation, do you think that they should get together again?
No. I stand on what I said before. That you can care for someone And you can have love for someone without being with them or having them as a key player in your life. Like, I think there's an understanding there that at the end of the day, Nolan is still Oliver and Mark's father.
Yeah.
You can't really get rid of him, especially in Oliver's account, who really desperately wants a relationship with his dad.
Right.
So I think it kind of opens it up for that too. Like, this whole thing, like, it opens it in a way that they can take it either way. I personally do not think that they should stay together. I like the little moment that they had with Paul later on that we'll talk about in a second. So I like that she told him what she wanted to say. She held space, like, mourning, like she said, like, you killed the man that I love.
Yeah.
Like, holding space for that part of her life that I'm sure she definitely still holds dearly, because they discussed that whole moment with moving out of their house, selling the house that Mark grew up in, that she had this life in. So she's still holding that care, but it's nice to see that acknowledgement of, I deserve to move on. I should move on.
Yeah, I concur with that. Well, let us know in the comments what you think about the Debbie and Nolan thing. If you like this sort of discussion videos, we do one every week for Invincible, among other things. So consider subscribing, and while you're down there, leave a like. We'll see you in the next video.